Nashville, Tennessee, the home of country music. Music is everywhere here, in every bar, around every corner, but you don't just hear the music, you feel it. And there is so much more to Tennessee, from Dolly Parton's theme park Dollywood in Pigeon to the stunning views of the Smoky Mountains in Gatlinburg. And Chattanooga, tucked along the Tennessee River, one of America's most breathtaking cities. Tennessee is a place full of stories and memories that will stay with you forever. I didn't expect this trip to make me feel even closer to country music, but it did, and I think you'll understand why when you see it. This Escorted tour with cruise.co.uk didn't just take me to Tennessee, it took me right into the heart of the places I've only ever dreamed about. So come with me as we explore some of the most special parts of Tennessee, the perfect destination to celebrate 100 years of country music. Consistently appearing on top travel destinations to visit, there really is no better place to experience music than Nashville. And here is where our Country Music Beats tour begins, filled with unique and exclusive experiences designed to create some really special memories. And there's no one better to bring that to life than your tour guide. Cruise.co.uk work with some of the most experienced and genuinely helpful tour guides in the US. So first things first, it's time to meet our tour guide, Terry. From the moment we arrived in Nashville, Terry, our tour guide, and our coach driver Norman escorted us every step of the way, enriching our experience with history and culture, handling the logistics, bringing hidden gems to life, and answering questions along the way. It made such a difference and made those moments extra special. And one of those moments is the included Ryman Auditorium tour. The sense of history starts long before you even step inside. Outside you'll see the Icon Walk, with bronze statues of country music legends like Charlie Pride, Bill Monroe and Loretta Lynn. Walking into the Ryman Auditorium really is a special moment. This is the mother church of country music, and the second you step inside, you feel the history. The Ryman Zone expert guides walk you through the building, sharing the stories and moments that shaped country music as you take in this iconic venue. It's emotional in a way you don't expect, and it really sets the scene for the deep love of country music. That gives you a taste of what's to come on this trip, because that evening your tour guide takes you straight to the Grand Ole Opry, where you're treated to a full live show featuring a mix of country legends and up-and-coming artists, all sharing that same iconic stage. I honestly can't begin to describe how magical this was. Seeing past and present come together on that stage is something really special. Seeing Bill Anderson live was definitely a highlight. Nicknamed Whispering Bill for his distinctive voice, Bill is one of the longest serving members of the Grand Ole Opry. It's moments like this you just see how powerful country music really is. The following day, the Country Music Beats tour continues as your tour guide takes you to RCA Studio B. It's one of Nashville's most iconic and legendary recording studios, standing in the exact spot where icons like Dolly Parton, Elvis Presley and Roy Orbison recorded hundreds of hits. Really is a wonderful step back in time. Next, your guide takes you to the Country Music Hall of Fame, another fantastic included tour in your Country Music Beats itinerary. You're free to explore at your own pace, and you can easily spend a couple of hours moving across 3 floors of exhibitions that tell the full story of country music, from its roots right through to today. Now, as you walk through the museum, you'll see iconic stage outfits, vintage instruments, sound recordings, handwritten lyrics and personal items from some of the biggest names in country music, from legends to modern artists. You learn the stories behind the songs, the people who wrote them and the moments that shaped the genre, all brought to life through film, music and beautifully curated displays. What I loved most is that it never felt rushed. Our tour guide Terry was always on hand if you needed anything, but you're given the time and the space to really take all of this in. And by the time you leave, you don't just feel like you've visited a museum, you feel like you understand country music on a much deeper level, and that's why this place means so much to so many people. Not only are these incredible tours included in your Country Beats tour, you have plenty of free time to create some memories of your own. And here are my top recommendations. 12 South is one of Nashville's neighbourhoods that feels so good to be in. It's lined with iconic street art and murals like these on nearly every corner. You'll also find pretty little boutiques and independent shops, many set inside beautifully restored buildings that give the whole area so much character. Reese Witherspoon even has a boutique here called Draper James, which really adds to that lovely charming feel 12 South is known for. You'll find quaint little outdoor market stalls, great restaurants and some really lovely coffee spots, including this one. This is La La Land Cafe. It went viral on TikTok and the queues were honestly crazy. Was it worth waiting 30 minutes for a coffee? Well, the coffee was really good and you do get a free bag, so I guess I'll let you decide. Another lovely spot is Centennial Park, home to a full-scale replica of the Parthenon in Athens. This huge park has walking trails, lakes, gardens and monuments dating back to the 1970s, and it's the perfect place if you want a peaceful break from the buzz of downtown. Especially helpful if Broadway the night before, well, got a little bit enthusiastic. And finally, you can't leave Nashville without experiencing Broadway. There really is no better place to experience line dancing, and if that's on your list, make sure you head to Luke Combs' Category 10 bar, where they offer free line dancing lessons from Thursday to Sunday afternoons. No experience required, and trust me, nobody is judging. And as day turns to night, Broadway completely transforms. Wall-to-wall country music pouring out of every bar, live bands on every level, and an energy that's impossible to ignore. A bottle of beer will set you back around $7, and between the bars you'll find plenty of places to eat, along with souvenir shops filled with cowboy boots, hats and memorabilia. It's loud, it's lively, and it's unapologetically Nashville. After 3 incredible nights in Nashville, it was time to take this Country Music Beats tour to where the stories behind the songs really come from. We head further east towards the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains to Pigeon Forge, which sits just outside the national park. The journey from Nashville to Pigeon Forge takes around 3.5 hours, and the coach is really comfortable with TVs, USB ports, drink holders and a toilet at the back if needed. There's a comfort break along the way though before we continue on to Pigeon Forge. Now, Pigeon Forge is relatively small, home to just over 6,000 people, yet it welcomes millions of visitors every single year. And it's not only known as the gateway to the Smoky Mountains, it's also where Dolly Parton created her empire, including Dollywood and the Dolly Parton Stampede. Both included highlights of the Country Music Beats tour, and I'll be showing you exactly why experiencing these two places brings you closer to country music and, more importantly, to Dolly herself. We stayed at the Black Fox Lodge and I absolutely loved how charming and well located this hotel is. There's a chemist directly across the road and a supermarket with a Starbucks around a 10-minute walk away. And if you like dining out, there are restaurants and a fabulous steakhouse all within walking distance. I have to recommend the Old Mill for dinner, and you can't miss the huge American breakfast across the road at IHOP. Everything in Pigeon Forge is really walkable. Even the trolley stop is nearby, offering a hop-on, hop-off service around town and to nearby attractions. After a lovely dinner out, it was time to get a good night's sleep and get ready for what was coming next, because tomorrow it's Dollywood. It's day 2 in Pigeon Forge and it's time for a full day at Dolly Parton's Dollywood theme park. And there's no need to worry about park tickets as they're included in your Country Beats tour. A 10-minute drive from the hotel brings you straight to the entrance, and honestly, wow, nothing could have prepared me for just how incredible this place actually is. Dollywood spans an impressive 165 acres, features more than 50 rides, shows and attractions, with country music drifting throughout the park. The atmosphere, it really is magical. So before I show you around, let's talk about the rides for a second. Dollywood is home to some of the craziest roller coasters, and I can confirm from personal experience they are not for the faint-hearted. For me personally, never again. But as we know, Dolly isn't just about the rides. There are 5 theatres spread across the park with live shows running all day long, from gospel groups to bluegrass bands, and even members of Dolly's own family play in the Dreams Theatre. There's music everywhere you go and you're never far from a live performance. One of the biggest highlights for me though was the Dolly Parton experience. If Nashville gives you the story of country music, this gives you the story of Dolly. Her life, her family and her journey are all brought together beautifully. The start of the exhibit focuses on her early years, including a unique room that shares the story of her journey to Nashville. It then explores her transition from music into television and film, and the guitars Dolly has used throughout her career are on display, culminating in a stunning 3D guitar installation that brings her performances to life. But if you get the chance, make sure you have a look inside her tour bus. The queue was busy, but I managed to get a glimpse of her bedroom, and she actually used this bus right up until 2009. Another highlight in the park is the Dollywood Express train. An authentic coal-fired steam engine takes you on a 5-mile journey through the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, with some really beautiful views of the park along the way. There are numerous restaurants, bakeries and ice cream parlours, plus gift shops everywhere offering Dolly merchandise. Everyone on the tour absolutely loved Dollywood, and I completely agree. For me, this was right up there as one of the highlights of the Country Music Beats tour so far. Now cruise.co.uk have created the perfect balance with the Country Music Beats tour. You not only have these exclusive included experiences, but you also get free time to explore on your own. And having a dedicated tour guide makes such a difference, because they're not just there for the organised days, they're there to help you make the most of your free ones too. This morning Terry suggested heading into Gatlinburg and recommended taking the trolley bus. It's really easy to do. Patriot Park, where you catch the trolley, is about a 15-minute walk from the hotel. You can buy an unlimited day ticket for just $3, and Gatlinburg is only a 7-mile ride away. Gatlinburg has a completely different feel though. Like Pigeon Forge, it attracts millions of visitors every year, and after today I can see why. It's got this charming little town centre full of shops, cafes, restaurants, and it sits right at the gateway to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. As we were walking through town, I spotted some chairlifts heading up into the mountains, and after a bit of investigating, I realised they took you up to Anapista Mountain. And honestly, nothing could have prepared me for what greeted me at the top. Wow. Treetop walkways, mountain coasters, gardens, lookout points, all surrounded by the Smoky Mountains. The views are absolutely incredible. A full day pass here is around $42 per person. There's so much to do. If you don't fancy the gondola ride up, there's a bus that runs up and down the mountain every 15 minutes. Gatlinburg was amazing, and I could have easily had stayed longer. But at 3:30 it was time to head back, because this evening Terry and Norman were ready to take us on our next included experience, Dolly Parton's Stampede. When Dolly Parton created Dolly Parton's Stampede, she didn't just want to put on a show, she wanted to create an experience for all ages, somewhere you could sit down, eat together, be entertained, and leave with memories you'd talk about long after the night ended. Even before you walk into the arena, you're entertained. There's a bluegrass band playing outside. Once you're seated and the lights go down, the 2-hour show begins, and it's incredible. The horses and riders are extraordinary, with aerial performances, ice skaters, and a whole host of animals showcasing their talents right in front of you. And all of this unfolds as you enjoy a 4-course home-style meal. And what a fantastic end to our time in Pigeon Forge, because tomorrow the Country Beats Tour is on the move, and this time it's to Chattanooga. Known as a scenic city and located on the Tennessee River bordering Georgia, Chattanooga is our next stop en route to Atlanta. It's around a 2.5-hour drive with a short stop along the way. Cruise.co.uk have included tickets to experience America's most amazing mile, the Incline Railway. 130 years old, the Incline Railway is one of the steepest passenger railways in the world, with a gradient of 72.7%, and yes, you really feel it, as 220 horsepower electric engines pull the cars, cables and passengers along the mile-long track. The rail cars have glass roofs, giving you incredible views as you're pulled nearly a mile up the mountain by a single steel cable. And as you make the 10-minute journey to the top, the history plays over the tannoy, and you realise just how many people have taken this ride over the years. At the top, the views are spectacular as you look out over the Tennessee River and downtown Chattanooga, and on a clear day you can actually see into 7 different states. It's steep, and when you start heading back down you realise just how steep it is. After lunch, it's time for the 2-hour drive to Atlanta for the final night of the Country Music Beats Land Tour, before flying on to Miami for your stunning Caribbean cruise the following day.
What makes Country Beats so amazing and perfect is going to be starting in Nashville, going all the way down to Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we are reaching that country music scene, not only just for country music itself, but all the landscape and the beautiful Smoky Mountains. If this is the first time being in a new city, I love sharing that experience with them. Just like it's my first time, even though I might have been to the location 100 times. Seeing it through their eyes makes it unique and special to me. A lot of you have traveled independently before, but if you've never experienced group travel, the best thing about it is not having to worry about anything. Let me do it. Don't worry about traveling solo on a group tour. You are going to make so many new best friends. I try to make sure that everybody is included and gets to know each other. Plus, if you're feeling like, I don't want to go to this place alone, ask me. I'll come along with you. We'll make it fun together. I look forward to seeing you in Nashville very soon.
What really surprised me is how much this bucket list tour gives you beyond the music. You not only visit incredible places, hear the stories and see where it all began, it's the way the tour is put together, seamless from start to finish. Having a dedicated tour guide and driver with you the whole way means you are making the most of every place you visit. You're free to just enjoy the moments, and take it all in. Cruise.co.uk's Country Beats Tour doesn't just show you the heart of country music, it lets you experience it.
Put your hands together!
And if you've ever thought about doing something like this is exactly how it makes you feel.